So I had been here at Entertainment Tonight for several years, and I was the weekend host and correspondent, and the main host of our show, Nancy O'Dell, was leaving. And so she was leaving. And of course, then you think who's going to be the next host or whatever. And I thought, and, believed to my core that I deserved that job and that it should be me. And, I made it known to the bosses, and it was, we're going to try people out, how they say or whatever. Yep. And so, they went through bringing people in, and whatnot. And of course, I, again, believing in myself and knowing who I am, I put myself up against anybody, and I still say, I'm the best person here for this job. But it became apparent after a long period of time that wasn't going to happen. It'd been a couple of years, and it was like, maybe we're just going to have Kevin do the show himself and whatnot. And to say I was disappointed, yes, an understatement. I was very disappointed by it. And so, I went through a period of mourning because I still said in myself, like, I know that I am made for this. Like, I know, and there had never been another Black woman to host the show. Yeah. And it's 40 plus years of existence. We're in season 42 now, but at the time it was, 40 years of the show. And I said, listen, I know that this is for me. I know it is, but if they don't see it, okay. And I really had to mourn it. I had to sit with it. And I remember watching an interview that Oprah had done, and she was talking about when she auditioned for The Color Purple, and she knew it was for her, but she didn't get it. And so she said she remembered, like, she was walking around a track and she just started crying, and she was listening to CeCe Winans' I Surrender. And she really, like, had that moment where she just let it go. For real. She let it go. And she said, like, the next day, Steven Spielberg called.
Oh my gosh.
With the offer for it. And so I said to myself, Nischelle, you gotta find a way to let this go. And so I did. I cried about it. I hurt over it. I went through all of that. And then I came to a point where I said, you are, like, look at you. Yes. And you came from a pig farm in rural Missouri, and look at you. Baby, you're overcoming. Yes. You're doing it. And if they don't see it, that is okay.
It doesn't change it. It's
That's
so true.
Okay. And it doesn't make them assholes for not seeing it.
Right.
It just makes them not them.
Yeah. Just is.
Right. It just makes it them not seeing you. So you got to figure out what you're going to do here. And you got to figure out what happiness looks like if it ain't this. Yes. So, I really did. And I said, okay, I'm going to let this go. If I can't build my castle over here, I'm going to build it over here. I'm going to figure out some other stuff, right? Yes. So I ended up, like, really just being good with it. I signed a new deal here at Entertainment Tonight, decided I was just going to go forward. I ended up getting another show that I was a producer on, that I am a producer on here at CBS. It's a renovation show, Secret Celebrity Renovation. Yep. And so being able to have this show greenlit and be the host of this show and produce this show, I said, all right, well, this is what I'm going to do. And I tell you, it just freed me in a way where I think even started being more of myself on TV. And several months later, I was standing on the street in Philadelphia with Eve, shooting my renovation show, eating a Philly cheesesteak. And I got a call from my agent, and they said, we just got off the phone with the CBS executives, and they want to make you the host of Entertainment Tonight. When I tell you, like, I had let that go. I was not thinking about it. I wasn't dwelling on it. I had moved on.
What's yours is yours.
And I was happy and good. Then they came with that. And and they came correct with it. It wasn't like, we want you to do this, but we're gonna
do this. Right. Delayed but not denied. Who can I tell you? You took me to church. You took me to church